So, as the three of you convene back in your little safe cabin and the sun goes down, you now have a rough map, a rough plan, a getaway driver, hopefully, lined up for a couple hours from now. And you know that there are boats available to be procured however you would like. So, what would you like to do?
Just out of interest, do you think you're, I got a pretty good look at your human friend. Do you reckon he's still there?
Well, considering I told him to wait for me to see if I'd show up for dinner, I guarantee you he's still sitting there.
Okay, well, potentially I could disguise myself as this young gentleman. Might give us a extra bit of time to peruse the what is available, shall we say.
Pretend you're showing your lady friend a good time out at the docks.
Exactly that, yes. I'll like offer my arm, and as I offer my arm, I'll cast Disguise Self.
Nice.
And just like and turn into this guy. A slightly taller version, because I can only appear 1 foot shorter than I am, and I'm like 8 feet tall. So a taller version for sure. I'll make it look like I've got some big platform shoes on.
Okay, so
trying to be impressive on my date.
So he has gotten himself some high heels and headed for his date. Standing at roughly 7 foot tall now.
Not suspicious at all.
But
not suspicious at all.
A human man.
Yes.
So I'm gonna strap on my knee brace and just do a quick check over all of my equipment and make sure I've got everything. And very well. I think we're good to go.
Do we have anything to the means to pick locks? I don't know if I've actually just checking that we've got.
Kit, so.
Oh, we've all okay. Yeah, we've got. Oh, I've actually I've got thieves' tools.
I rather thought that both of y'all would have them, considering your trades. Yours smells of fish.
Yeah. Actually, I'll just go down and say, oh, there it is. Yeah. Sorry, hold on.
It was hiding with the salmon.
I'm actually just really quickly, if I can, put together like a really crudely written like deed to a ship, just a really general thing. Might come in handy. I've got I've got a forgery kit, so I might just like this is a deed for X person to have a ship.
I'm skilled in forgery. It's part of my grifter's background, so I could make it like that's one of the things I do is fake documents.
Yes. Okay. Cool. So I'll hand you my forgery kit and be like, "Here you are."
Okay.
So Lily, go ahead and roll. I'll say roll an intelligence check plus your proficiency.
Okay. Okay. Where is proficiency on this sheet?
I think it should just be
4.
+2.
Okay. So intelligence is Okay. So it's 3. So it's +5, so that would be a 17 with all the
17.
modifiers.
Okay. You put together a pretty well, crafted document. Your handwriting is neat across it, and it looks, you have to make up some of the language and kind of get, flourishy with it. But you managed to kind of write in a cursive,
legal enough,
legalese, and you managed to write in enough cursive that the places that you're not quite so sure about, like, could just be read right over, and hard to even tell what it actually says. It looks good.
Given your penchants, that looks really impressive, actually. Might it be worth you having a go, seeing if you can write us a little we're here on official business note, just in case we get caught by a random guard at old Lord Ryan's house?
Nobody expects the Tiefling Inquisition, something like that.
Well, just we're of security detail, making sure all the doors are screwed on properly. I don't know, something like that.
We're from corporate.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Well,
we're from HR.
I think I could rustle something up. So I write up something about being from that that group of magicians that our boss mentioned.
Yes.
Coming to check and make sure all the magic seals are intact and checking out everything. So.
All right. Roll another forgery check.
Okay, so it's gonna be in 16 plus 5, 21.
Okay.
Woohoo!
It looks very official. There's even like you get you take someone's seal stamp and put it underneath and do a rubbing to even get like a faux emboss or engraved kind of thing on it. It looks really good. Yeah.
I told you I was a professional.
See that? I am seeing the birth of something beautiful here. This is a team. I love it. Let's go. Yeah, Blaven is very excited.
Couldn't tell. So off we go.
So where are you headed?
I guess
to
the docks. Yeah, to the shipyard.
You make your way down to the docks. Still a few people out every once in a while, kind of walking the streets, going from building to building. No one, people have seen you a couple times. They know there's some strangers in town. You don't get, too many curious looks. Down at the docks, there are a handful of shipping vessels, everything from kind of larger rowboats to a couple small single-mast, kind of very small sailboats. You would potentially have your pick of what you would like to take.
I guess maybe a large rowboat might be best. I feel like something with a mast is just going to draw attention to us as we try to pull in. But I don't want a small rowboat because also the three of us are not small people.
Something large enough that we can all fit in it without being large enough to draw attention.
That's exactly what I'm thinking. Yeah.
I'm assuming you two wonderful beings are strong enough to row this thing.
I think we can manage it.
Well, I think Rami's got that one. I've just been carrying the barrel all day, so I'm probably just, I need to warm up, you know what I mean? That's all it is, yeah, I'll be fine, you know.
There is
making
a large...
excuses ahead of time for my +0 to strength.
8 feet tall and no muscle on you.
And no muscle. He's slender. He's a slender rogue.
There is a large rowboat that has actually 4 different oars on it.
Perfect.
It's kind of one of the bigger ones, but that would be potentially
that would be great. Who wants to do the the talking? Anyone?
What sort of talkie are we talking about?
Well, flash the piece of paper, say that we've procured this boat or whatever. I'm assuming there's people around this boat.
Yeah,
there aren't people guarding the boats or working at the docks right now. It's after dark. There are people within eyeshot of you. So if you start taking a boat, someone may have a question. You're not sure.
I reckon maybe we just walk confidently towards the boat as if we're going to get on it. Then if someone questions, then maybe Rami, maybe you should do the talking. I feel like, given you're a dragonborn and they might be a little bit more wary of you and less likely to question if you flash them a bit of the old official paper. You know what I mean?
Are you still your...
I'm still a human. Yeah. I'm just a tall human at the moment.
Okay.
I am I'm like Michael Jordan right now. I'm just so tall.
Okay.
So we'll just stride confidently towards this boat and see if anyone tries to stop us.
Let me have all of you make a deception check.
In Cthulhu, this would be a group luck roll.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so my deception's actually pretty good. That is a 22 for me.
Okay.
I got 16.
16. Okay.
9, but +7.
+7.
Deception, sorry. Guys, you're gonna hate me. It's a 4.
Okay.
Whew.
Okay. So
2 out of 3, though.
2 out of 3. You all begin walking confidently towards the boats. Blaven and Lili, very kind of just inconspicuous, yep, this is what we're doing.
We're giggling we're.
Yep. Rami, you're trying to kind of do the whole nothing to see here. Nope. How you doing? How you doing? And in your attempts to be inconspicuous, you are actually engaging with quite a few people, who kind of see you, and they don't seem to really like stop you or care, but
They're like,
a couple
this is a
eyes
weird-
are on you. You're able to unwrap the rope from the boat and push it off, but you look back on the shore, and a couple people have seen you done it.
People are confused. They're like, this is a weird third wheel situation going on right now.
They're not asking questions.
Well, Mother always said a lady never goes anywhere without a chaperone.
Indeed.
There you
Sorry, indeed. I'll do my human voice. Humans speak so weird.
I wouldn't know.
Indeed, none of us would.
Just expecting,
yeah, I
like,
guess.
I'm just expecting like deep South America, like to just
Yeah.
come out for everything. Yeah.
Right
I
now.
guess push off for towards the back. Can we kind of see it from our perspective? Like, can we kind of see the back of the?
You can, yeah. So you're pushing off from the docks just south of the marketplace, and
Okay,
so it's a
perfect,
little
yeah.
bit of a row off to the east to get to the back of the house, but it's not that far. Probably within 15 minutes of rowing,
Perfect.
or less. You know, you find yourselves now kind of bobbing at the bottom of this somewhat cliff face type. Jettison up out of the water. It's not like super sheer. You think you could probably climb it if you got out of the boat and kind of just went up the steep embankment. But it does go up a good 15, 20 feet before it levels out to the main grounds.
Sure.
Do you see anything like sewer outlets, venting paths, or is it just greenery?
Go ahead and roll a perception check. Do you have dark vision?
I do.
Yeah.
Okay,
I've got the goggles of, what are they called? Goggles of night.
that's right. So I would say everyone can roll perception checks. If you don't have dark vision, you roll with disadvantage.
Advantage. I will change mine just to see. I just want to see if there's any patrols. If I can
Sure.
see any flickers of like firelight or
Yep.
someone sort of passing.
It's
You
only
said perception?
it's only a 12 for me.
Okay.
You said perception?
Yes.
That'll be 17.
Okay.
It's only a 9 for me.
A 9. Okay. You don't see any other boats out on the water right now. You don't see any other lights or anything like that. Lily, you are kind of looking and don't catch much. Rami, you see just over to the western side of the embankment, just kind of curving around the corner, and you barely just catch a little bit of a metal grate that's in the side of the embankment. It's about 10 feet up, and just kind of there on the side of the island.
Both me and you can reach up and grab it.
Yeah. Do you want to have a look at that, or I mean, could be an interesting entranceway. I already smell like fish, so it's not gonna make much difference to me.
What entrance? Lily's just sort of looking around, like not seeing anything.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Rami was just telling me there was a grate over there.
Ah, great. Wonderful. Just what I love to hear.
We can always split the party up. One of us goes through and. Listen, I reckon we scale up here and see if we can find ourselves an entrance up there. I worry about that being a scalable entrance. It might be useful, but then we're gonna have a real hard time pretending to be anything other than thieves if we come up through that entrance. I feel like our little promissory notes of being
Magic inspectors.
Yeah, magic inspectors is going to be thoroughly gone if we crawl up through a toilet. Do you know what I mean?
I think it's a good backup option. Let's explore.
Yeah, exactly. I'm going to start trying to scale upwards, and I'll just if it helps as well, I'll sort of let the rope go and sort of see if I can hook it up to points, just so that we've got some. I know you said it wasn't too sheer, but
Yeah, no,
Anything
just a
that's gonna
little
aid us
extra.
in not drawing attention to ourselves by falling down the side of a cliff.
For sure. Go ahead and roll a dexterity check. Or athletics or acrobatics, I would say.
I will go with acrobatics. And that's a 2.
Okay.
Plus 3. That's a 5.
Okay. You begin climbing up the side of this thing. And you go to, like, put a spike in to like, secure the rope for the first time. And it hits, and it's like shale, and it just comes off. And you lose your balance. Huge splash of water as you fall backwards, and your 8-foot frame just cannonballs into the water.
Okay.
An opportunity for someone to like catch him on the way down, or
If you want, if someone wants to reach out and try to catch him, make a dexterity saving throw.
I'll give it a shot.
We
Can
are
I
a very
try it?
dexterous lot.
Can I try and...
Well, that's gonna be an 11. So it
Yeah,
doesn't go-
he hits your arm as you reach out, and it's too much and too fast to be able to secure him.
Well, he tried, bless his heart.
I'm just gonna peek my head out of the water and just say, flatten against the side of the rock, and I'm gonna sort of go back under the water and just wait to see if anyone comes and peers over.
Okay.
If I want to hurt it.
Yeah. Everybody roll a stealth check.
All the things I'm terrible at.
Yeah.
We're all really bad at stealth for a heist mission. Oh, but that's a 15.
Okay.
This is going in dice jail. This dice has been so awful to me today.
I've got 23. So
23.
I got a 9. I guess it tracks. I've just fallen in the water.
Attracts fish.
I'm actually going to say roll again with to give yourself advantage, Blaven, because you are under the water, so hiding
Cool.
is a little easier for you.
That is a 25.
Okay.
Much better.
Much better.
Much better.
Okay, so you all kind of plaster yourselves. Blaven, you go underneath. You wait for a moment. And the two of you who are up out of the water do hear, and you kind of look up, and you just see a figure with a torch. And just the shape and outline. Someone who looks down over the side for a moment. And backs up. And then the torchlight disappears.
Ooh, that sucked. Okay. I'm gonna go real slowly this next time.
You're gonna try the same thing again?
Well, I don't know if anyone else has an idea of getting up the side of this cliff face.
knowing that there's armed guards, I think at this point, perhaps it might be the best to try to be stealthy versus going around the front where there might be more.
So you mean through the grate?
Not sure. What do you guys think? Should we try it again? See if we can actually scale this thing?
Well,
I
we
mean-
might not be so lucky if our friend here falls again. 2 splashes might be too much of a coincidence.
Honestly, it's not normally this. Like, I'm normally pretty good at this sort of thing. I'm just today. Clearly, I'm having an off day. You know, I'll pull myself together. This time, I'm going to try and throw the rope up to something. See if I
Okay.
can secure it first
So kind of grappling hook style?
to aid me in getting up.
Okay. Do you have a grappling hook?
No. However, I do have. I'm going to tie my rope to a hammer and see if I can throw the hammer around a tree or something that's further up.
Because
Okay.
that won't be conspicuous at all.
It won't make any noise. It'll be fine.
Okay. You tie the rope to a hammer. You begin to swing. Make a dex check. Just straight dex.
Straight dex. Okay.
Straight dex.
Thank God. That was literally went on to a 1 and then flipped to a 15. So that is a 18 in total.
An 18. Okay.
Oh,
okay.
God.
So the hammer goes flying up, disappears kind of up onto the top of the cliff face, and then you kind of slowly pull it, and then you feel it go taut. Now, what it's caught on to, how secure it is, you're not sure. But
what I'm going to do is I'm going to tie it round myself, and I'm just going to try and climb in the hope that it will basically just stop me falling back into the water.
Got it. Okay. So now go ahead and roll another athletics or acrobatics check as you go to climb.
Come on. Yes! Come on! That is a 22.
22. Okay.
I told you I'm good at this. I can do it. You can do this, Blaven.
You scale very nimbly now, knowing now that some of the rock gives way very easily. You are testing things as you go, finding those points where it'd be weak handholds, and you find yourself up at the top, no problem. You do see, as you get to the top, it's a good thing you didn't fall, because the hammer is just ever so slightly grabbed onto like a little bit of a stump with the hook, with the claw of it. No way that would have held your weight.
But before the other two get up, I'm just gonna tie the hammer round the stump and like really secure it so it just looks like it really worked.
Okay. So you get up top, throw the rope back down.
But then I'll throw the rope back down so I know the rope is secure for them to climb up.
Okay.
The rope is secure. Make your way up.
I'll say with the rope secure and available, the two of you find your way up within a matter of minutes with no real problem. So the three of you are now on top of the main island. You are behind the mansion, and it looms there in front of you. You do see, kind of coming from, the light spilling out from around the corners of the building, there are torches lit somewhere around the front. And it just kind of creates this little bit of a silhouette to the mansion as you're standing there.
Is there any points of entrance, potentially, like windows, doors?
You do see windows. You don't see any doors. You do see windows that are all currently, shuttered up. There's like, it's a 3-story type situation. So you've got the ground floor, the second floor, and then the third floor, there is like one of those circular kind of attic windows at the very top.
Can I, how far away are we from the house right now?
Very close to it. There's only about 10, 15 feet from the back of the house to the edge of the cliff.
Can I cast Detect Magic?
You can.
Because I want to see what kind of magic is impregnating the house. Maybe if there's any other magic in the grounds that we need to be aware of. And it's got a 30-foot range.
Yep.
So Lili gets up, takes a quick look around, and then she starts whispering something, and this pendant in the shape of an eye around her neck starts glowing slightly, and she just holds out her hands, and there's this like light mist, and she starts opening up herself to the magical auras in the area.
Okay. As you reach out and kind of extend your consciousness and feel the magic around you, you do pick up a very kind of faint bit of abjuration magic, kind of acting as a wall around the house. So it feels like it's, almost like the house has like a little bit of a force field around it of abjuration magic. Other than that, nothing else pings at the moment within 30 feet.
Okay.
How far is the force field from the actual house? Is it like on the house, or is it like?
It seems to be just kind of like right up against the wall.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm going to use the message cantrip to relay this information so that I'm not speaking out loud, because we know there's people up here. Message is a cantrip, and I can speak to one person, and then I could switch to the other person since it's at will, and just tell that there's this force field around the house, but I don't see any other magical dangers.
So you whisper under your breath. You still have to speak, but that whisper comes directly into your ears, each of you, as if she was standing right next to you.
Can you reply to message, or is message?
Yes, you can.
Okay. I'm going to say, well, that's cool. And then I'm going to say, I've got this, and I'm going to pull out a crowbar and go, window?
Well, you can try. I don't know what the force field will do to you, but you can certainly try. This will be very entertaining.
I'll walk up to the to the wall,
Uh-huh.
and I'll take the crowbar, in fact, and I'm just gonna literally try and tap the wall. Like, I don't want to make a noise. I'm literally just seeing if that my crowbar suddenly starts melting, or like I get electrocuted or something.
Yeah. You reach forward with it, and it makes contact with the wall. Nothing happens.
Well, give it a shot then, and I'm gonna hide behind a bush.
Okay.
Is there a window that I can reach?
There is. Yep, there are ground floor windows.
Okay. Can I find one that doesn't look like there's a light behind it?
Yes. So
Or have they all
down
got light
at
behind
the left-hand side of the building in the corner, there's a couple that don't have lights, but like the nearest light is, if you go all the way down, the nearest light is like 3 rooms down.
Okay, right.
So you feel like you're.
So yeah,
far
I'll go as
away.
far away from the light as possible, hoping that it's an unoccupied room, and I will just take the crowbar. And what I want to try and do is I'll press my weight sort of against the door, and I'll just try like the shutter and just try and eke it open. And see if I can. I'll see if I can peek in probably first, and then I'll.
It gives about an inch before it stops. And you do see there's like one of those very small little metal hooks up about middle way in the shutter that's kind of holding the shutters closed. You can reach
get maybe
up.
a dagger in there. And
Yep, easy enough. There's no lock or anything. It's literally just a pin, and that pops open. That then lets the shutter swing free to see the paned glass, and through that, looking in. Do you have dark vision?
I don't know.
You do not. Okay. So looking through that, you are not able to make out very much detail beyond the first couple of feet.
I think I'm going to approach the window now that the shutters are open and take a peek through.
Okay. You look through and you see what could probably be best described as like a small library or a small study. There's a desk with papers. There's book on the books kind of everywhere. A couple shelves with books, shelves with other curiosities and things on them. Kind of like small and cozy. Lots of deep colors and leathers and stuff.
I think that maybe a study is where he'd keep the deed.
Probably.
Does the window appear to be locked?
It does. Yeah.
From the inside.
Yeah, it's just a simple kind of swing lock.
Let me see if there's anything that I could potentially
Yeah, I'm checking my list as well.
see if there's anything that I can do to maybe I could
Let's see.
and there's no one in this room, right?
There is not at the time. No.
Okay. I think I might have to make a little bit of noise because I'm going to need to get to get to the lock. We can't get to it at the moment. What do you think?
What kind of noise?
Just going to try and crack this window just a little bit. Is it like individual panes or is it like a one big pane?
No, it's like a whole bunch of like 6x6.
Oh yeah, so I'll just break one of these panes. Unless
DM,
you've got anything else,
Yeah.
I mean,
would I know if the kind of magic protecting the house protects spells from going through it?
Roll an Arcana check.
Okay. I think that's something I have points in. That's the Cthulhu speak again, sorry. Oh, 19.
19. You would. In fact, any sort of protection field or anti-magic field or whatnot, it's pretty high level magic. And it's, unless you have very high level magic, it's going to cancel you out.
Okay, well, at least I didn't waste a spell slot.
yeah.
All right, so I think brute force is the only way we're going to get through this because none of my magic can get through at the moment until we take down this force field. So just try to do it quietly.
Indeed. And I'm going to get I'll tear off a bit of hide. I'll wrap it around my hand. And then basically I want to like press my fist against the glass to sort of crack it as opposed to trying to like just blow it out.
Sure. Okay. You haven't done this before, Jasper, have you? Because this is very well described.
Hey, when I play a rogue, I do my research, okay?
Method
I
acting.
know how it happens.
I love it.
I know how it goes down.
So did you carry a barrel of fish around for a couple days to practice for this role?
Trust me, my partner hates me right now, but it's so worth it. This barrel of fish, I'm going to get rid of it tomorrow. It's fine. It's all fun.
You wrap some hide around your hand. You press in. You push a little harder. Even for someone without much in the way of muscle like you, it cracks without any issue. So yeah, it does crack. And if you push harder, you could break it open. But yeah.
Yeah, I'll just sort of I'll do whatever I sort of can to just to try and not let too much of the glass fall. Some of it's going to fall, but I'll just try and sort of as it's cracking, I'll just sort of try and kind of catch it in there, and then reach around and unlock the window.
Okay, you push through. You break a couple pieces off. A couple do go clattering in. You're able to kind of grab one larger chunk of the glass, and then reach your long arm up through and open the window.
Perfect. I'll open the window up and just say, after you.
All right. Let's crawl on in.
Okay.
I'm waiting to see if she can get in before I slip over there. I'm a very cautious person.
You all do walk or crawl through. Let me check something real quick.
Oh no, I don't like it. I don't like it when the game master says that.
Yeah. How much damage did they take?
So, as you all walk, or as you all climb through, you find yourself in a study, and you see there are candles that are unlit around the room. It's very dark in here, very little moonlight coming through at the moment. Those of you with dark vision are in good shape, but Blaven, you're kind of bumbling around at the moment without any light.
Yeah.
I use thaumaturgy to light one of the candles.
Okay, you put some light up. Rami, you have dark vision because of your goggles, right?
Yes.
Okay. As soon as you got in the room, you lost that sight. Your goggles of night stopped working.
Okay.
So I light 2 candles with thaumaturgy.
Okay. You go to light the candle. Thaumaturgy doesn't work.
Oh.
Even though it's a supernatural thing, not a like spell. Like it says it's supernatural power. And I know clerics have it as well, so I don't know if it's like, I don't know what the ruling is on that.
Yeah. It spells or magical effects.
Okay,
so I would rule that this falls in, even though it's coming from a different source, it's still magic that is being canceled out.
Cool. Just wanted to try.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I can still see in here just fine.
Oh, well, that's good.
At least one of us has dark vision.
Yeah.
Otherwise, this would be a very short adventure.
I do have a hooded lantern.
Mm-hmm.
So if I can, I will pull that out and light it. It's hooded as well, so it's got like a beam. It's not just like glowing everywhere. I'm definitely just gonna start by having a little perusal of some of these books. If any of these look, if any of them look specifically interested in like potions or like arcane items.
Okay. Go ahead and roll an investigation check. You're able to light your lantern with no problem. So you all do now have light in the room.
While he's doing that, my detect magic is still up because it I think it's 10 minutes.
Except
so
as soon as you came through, you lost it.
Okay.
Yep.
We need to get that.
Yeah, we need to find the source of that. So.
Yeah. All right. That was a dirty 20 for.
All right.
Wow.
You look around, and looking specifically for any books on arcane items, you do come across one small tome that is kind of like more of a history book of certain magical items. Doesn't like teach you how to make them or anything, but it does have some interesting information about some things that you hadn't heard existed before, and the schools of magic that they're part of, and it's kind of a little bit of a primer on magical items.
Perfect. Anything valuable in there?
Plenty. It's hard. I mean, there's no gold per se or like coins, but yeah. I mean, the pens are fine.
Right.
There's fine ink. There's leather-bound books. There are little statuettes that could potentially have semi-precious gems in them.
I'm taking some of those.
Okay, you just start to pilfer the room.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
So can I also check? Is there like a desk in here or something?
Is. Yep. There's a small writing desk.
Because I want to look for those legal documents because he might keep them in a desk.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
If he's a landlord.
Yep. So you look through the desk and you do find a ledger and you do find kind of a records keeping book. Make a investigation check on those to look for specific deed information.
Investigation's not
whilst
bad.
this is happening, can I reach? I want to close the shutters, close the window, lock it again.
Yep.
Behind us.
That's a 16 plus 3, 19.
Okay. We'll get back to that real quick. While you all are walking around and doing this in the room, I would like everyone to roll a stealth check for me.
Yeah.
16.
16.
Blaven?
No.
12. It's fine. It's 12. It's 12. 5 plus 7.
Okay,
It's 12.
Okay. No immediate people coming, knocking at the door, wondering what's going on. So,
I just get a bit excited with one of the statues and just.
Yep. Luckily, it hits a carpet, and so it's a loud thud, but it's not like it hit wooden floor or anything.
The carpet doesn't look like it was alive, like it's gonna fly. Like that's not the one.
Nope, that's not the flying carpet. Nope.
Damn it! Hey, that could have been easy.
Yeah, there you go. Lily, as you're looking through the materials, you come across essentially an inventory.
Mm-hmm.
An inventory of various large sums of gold, some weaponry. There's one entry that just says, "That damned rug." And then you see deeds, and with numbers next to them. Deeds, 7 through 45. Deeds, 18 through 19. Just different kind of sets of packaging. And you kind of look at the top, and at the top scrolled vault contents.
So I'm gonna relay that in a actual whisper since I can't use my magic in here. But I'm gonna whisper to them what I found and tell them we need to find the vault.
Yeah. Nothing in the way of. No, we're probably not finding anything in the way of. Is there a door?
There is. Yep.
In this, is single door or is there
just
any...
one door? Yep.
Right. Shall we crack on?
We need to find this magic generation somewhere.
I reckon until that problem is resolved, maybe you should stay in the middle of us. No offense, just.
No, I'm quite aware of how squishy I am. Thank you very much.
Yeah, not that we're not, we're hardly tanks ourselves. Cool. I'm gonna move to the door, and I'm just gonna drop against the wall and just give a little peek out down the corridor.
You peek
whatever
out.
It is.
Yep. You see a very nice hallway with a long red running carpet. All the doors are these thick mahogany kind of carved doors. Everything has a very kind of dark, heavy aesthetic to it. And there's these kind of like old style paintings on the walls, tapestries. It's very somewhat oppressive, but also very, very rich. And very, very.
Can I roll a
wealthy.
little history check to see if I know anything about these tapestries, or if there's a particular style, whatever, if they're ridiculously expensive?
Yeah, go ahead and roll a history check.
Not great. It's a 8.
An 8. You can't really make out what the subject matter of these things might be, and it's hard to assess value. But I mean, they're big, they're heavy, they're very nicely woven. Like you'd imagine they'd be worth quite a fortune.
Okay. And is it might be like, are we at like the end of a hall?
You
or
are.
we?
Yep, because you entered in the room at the end of the corner of the
yeah.
building. So you're at the end of a hallway. There are doors opposite of you, and then you see like kind of an opening, like an L shape. The hallway goes down and then opens up into probably the main rooms of the main floor.
What do you think? I guess if I was to hide a safe, it would probably be deeper, probably potentially underground, and probably somewhere in the center. That's what I assume.
Yeah.
As for the source of this magic, I don't know about that.
Would I know anything about this kind of spell or this kind of magic? Like, because if you're casting it and then you leave, because he said that the magician's left, right?
Yep.
There has to be some kind of object or stone or focus that's keeping it up, right?
Yep. Yeah, and you had rolled a 19 on your Arcana check for that earlier. So yeah, that's definitely part of the information you would know for this, is that for them to cast something that is perpetual in that way, first of all, very expensive. Second of all, it would need some sort of, for lack of a better term, magical battery that was keeping it going.
I reckon that whatever's keeping this field up is also going to be somewhere near the vault. It would be somewhere that's very defensible, somewhere it's not easy to get to. It's probably also very big, considering how much power it takes to keep this thing running. So if we head in the direction of the vault, we might find this thing.
Right. Well,
we could smash it with a hammer.
I agree, yeah. What do we think? Are we best trying to sneak around, or...
Yeah, do we have any indication of being near maybe a kitchen with access to a cellar, or like down this hallway? Is there anything that might...
At this point, you have not left the room. You've just peeked out the hallway.
Okay.
Yep. And so...
Okay, here's a wild... Is there any foliage at all?
Foliage?
Like plant.
There's a couple potted plants, in the hallway.
Or even better yet, any like moss or anything like growing in between rock. Like, do you know what I mean? Anything like a bit of anything growing, like little, coming up through the middle of the floor or something.
There are a couple potted plants in the hallway. You do not see any moss growing at the moment. It's a pretty well kept house.
Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna turn around to the other two and just say, please don't watch this. I hate it when we do this. And I'm gonna turn to the potted plant and just go, hey mate, how you doing? So I was just wondering if you have any idea where we might find the cellar, general direction that people tend to head in. If you could let me know, or even inform any of your friends around here to let me know, that would be really fantastic. Thank you. One of my Firbolg abilities is that I can speak to plants, and that they can... and I have advantage on charisma checks to influence them. So...
Plant man!
You hear a voice.
For context, I just want to say that Blaven is so deeply ashamed of himself. Like, he hates the fact that he can do this. It's like a real contentious thing for him.
You hear a small voice as one of the little ferns unfolds just a little bit up towards your direction. It's like, hey,
right.
I've not talked to anybody in a long time.
Yeah, no, fair. Yeah, I can understand that, mate.
So I don't know what a cellar is, but they sometimes take us down the hall to the left for water.
Do you ever see anyone pass by who's carrying anything that looks expensive, or what direction might they head in? Do you reckon?
I'm not really sure what expensive means.
That's fair, yeah.
But
okay,
people walk
shiny.
by carrying things sometimes.
Which direction do they head in?
Well, sometimes left, sometimes right.
Okay, right, yeah, you are a plant, so... I'm just going to water the plant a little bit, give him a little...
Oh, thanks, bud.
Cheers. And if there's any way that you can talk to other, your friends or anything, just let them know we're coming. That'd be great.
Yeah, there was that one time.
All right.
That they I don't really like to talk about it, but I don't really talk much at all.
Yeah, fair, but you can tell me. We're friends,
We're friends? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
They took us to this place to get some water. There were a lot of people walking around. I saw someone come up from under the ground.
Oh, right, okay.
And they had more plants.
Right.
And they started cutting them.
Oh, no. Oh, God.
They cut all the plants up. They boiled them. And then they took me away. I thought they were gonna eat. I thought they were gonna kill me too.
This is horrible. I feel really intensely bad for this plant right now. Can you tell me? Just give me lefts and rights. Where did they come up from the ground?
Let me just relive the trauma here for a second.
I'm sorry.
They took us down the hall, took a left, took another left. Then we were in the room. They came up in the room from the right, and then the killing happened. Then they brought me back.
All right. Listen, if I can, I'll come back for you. All right, buddy. What's your name? You got a name?
No.
All right. Well, maybe when I come back.
What's your name?
My name's Blaven.
Blaven. Can that be my name?
Yeah, sure. Go on. Why not?
Hi, Blaven. I'm Blaven.
Yep. Okay. I think this is where I'm going to leave this conversation. Thank you so much. You've been very kind, and I'll just shake a little leaf.
Wow. Okay.
And pour some water in.
Oh, thanks, bud.
Yeah, you're all right. I'm just going to turn back to the other two and say, I think I know where we're going. After I just sat chatting to this plant for the last 2 minutes.
On the list of things that I didn't have prepped for this session.
What's your plant voice? Huh?
That was a good plant voice.
Good.
Actually, how big is this plant?
It's like it's maybe a couple feet high. It's like a little fern thing that's growing with different kind of fronds that come out.
Okay. I'll come back for you. So right, you said left, and then in the room on the right is where they came out of the ground. So, I mean, that's a better lead than we have.
You brought plants up from underneath the ground.
Well, it could potentially be a cellar, but still, it's underground,
Start. So that means we're going to have to go to the left towards that main entry area.
Yeah. But, we've got a promissory note. We're just here to inspect the magic, aren't we?
By breaking in to the study.
Yeah, but we've been wandering around for a while. They just haven't seen us, that's all.
At night.
The whole purpose is to see if we can penetrate the
We're
the
mages. We're mages. We're all it's all smoke and mirrors. That's what we do. We're all weird. No offense.
All the offense taken. Thank you.
Fair. That's fair. Yeah, I'm gonna.
There's a moment where all of you all of a sudden stop and go, "How did the speak with plants magic work?"
Huh. Yeah. Can I try and cast detect magic?
Yep.
I will cast detect magic.
Yep.
Can I so I'll light my eyes up in blue and have a little look around to see if I can see where the source of this magic is.
Yeah. It works. You look around and it looks as if the magical field is outside the house, of course, but then kind of like the hallways act as the other end of the barrier. Like it's encasing all the rooms, but the hallways themselves at the moment.
I'm just gonna guide Lily out of the room and be like, now. However, now that I've got that up and running for 10 minutes, I want to see if I can see a spike anywhere.
Sure. Within 30 feet of you, no, not at the moment, but as you're walking, I will let you know.
Perfect. Okay.
Should we make our way down the hall and just try not to be loud?
We'll hear anyone if they're coming, and then we can just duck into a room.
Let's keep going. We've only got a short amount of time.
Exactly. Let's go.
All right.
Thump, thump, thump goes the dragonborn in the firebolt.
Yeah.
Hey, I've got very soft shoes. Thank you very much.
All right. As you all begin to sneak down the hallways inside the mansion, stealth checks, please.
Here we go. All the best.
You know, I deliberately made a character that was unstealthy for this game because I thought the irony would be fun, but I didn't realize everyone else was going to do the same thing.
I 16. I have decent stealth, but I've been rolling awful. So.
Yeah, I'm the same.
Natural 20.
Yeah, it's the first one of the night.
Yeah, good time for it.
That's a 15. So you're bringing up the unstealthy one, bringing up the party right now.
And Rami, what'd you get?
16.
Okay, so everyone, especially Lili, very stealthy. You curl your
My
way.
companions don't even notice me moving.
You're just part of shadows. The purple just blends into the dark shadows.
That's terrifying.
You all begin to kind of peek around corners and make your way down the hallways. Lili, at one point, you do peek around and see someone walking with a torch, or a lantern rather, kind of down the hallway, and you duck back, and the shape goes by into another room. Make your way out. You find yourselves, after the first left turn, coming out of this hallway into a large foyer. High vaulted ceilings, marble and stone. It is grand and beautiful. You curl left and head down through, and it's a little echoey through here, but you keep those soft shoes and those soft steps. And then make another left and find yourselves in a kitchen.
I'm imagining the Pink Panther theme as we're creeping through the halls.
The kitchen, the fireplace of the kitchen is very lowly lit. It's burning, but it's kind of burnt down for the night. There's no one in there at the moment, but there are some unwashed dishes and a few materials, different vegetables and whatnot that have been left out that you can probably very easily assume will be cleaned up before the night is over. Looking to the right, as you come into the kitchen, you do see a cellar door.
Does Blaven's detect magic go away when we enter the room?
It did, yep.
Yeah.
Yep. It stayed up in the foyer. It stayed up in the foyer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. First of all, I'm going to go over and grab a carrot. Then I'm going to head...
Don't let the plants see you eating that.
Oh, yeah.
Can't press Blaven further.
Just have a look around. Plant Blaven's not here.
Just you hear a tiny scream from the other room.
No! Unhand me! Do we want to try it down here?
Might as well.
I mean, the thing is, you mentioned that the servants clean the safe, right? I feel like we're in a sort of servants' quarters now, so it would make sense for it not to be too far from here. And plus, also, if you've got a massive safe, you don't want to leave it, for all your guests to happen upon. So,
yes, this might be the best possible place to keep it because no one would go looking in the kitchen for where you keep all your valuables.
yeah,
So
exactly.
And we didn't see or hear of any other potential places underground, and most vaults are kept underground.
Yeah,
Unless you found some kind of secret bookcase back leading to a secret chamber you weren't telling me about there, Blaven.
No, unfortunately, I did not. Probably should check that, actually.
Kind of secret. Like, once we go down onto that level, there could be perhaps a secret passageway or... entrance from the cellar. That would be
that's what I'm thinking. Yeah. DM, can I have a little look around to see if I can find any oil, fat, like lard, anything like that?
Yeah, easy enough. That there's a jar of kind of lard on the counter.
Perfect. I'm just gonna grab that.
Okay.
Shall we? I'll just again have a little peek.
Yep. The door is not locked. It opens right up. You're able to peek down, and you see a set of stairs descending into what looks like kind of a. From what you can see, there are a couple torches lit underneath. It's like kind of like a stone cellar, and from a quick look, it looks pretty big.
This does not look like your normal pantry.
Exactly. Right.
Down we go.
Down
I
we
should
go.
probably go first, since I've got the dark vision. I know there's candles down there, but just in case.
Yeah. Are your glasses working if you poke your head down through this? No. All right.
Nope. Not in the room.
Yeah, I guess you go first and just message us if you see anything. And then, yeah, if silence is needed. Okay.
You head down the stairs. You do not feel your magic come back to you down here in this basement. You're looking around, and it is large. This is almost a complete separate floor underneath the mansion. Wow. You look around and really quickly clock, okay, there's a pantry over there. There's a washroom that direction. Looks like there are servants' quarters down here as well. This is kind of the behind Downton Abbey, walls version here. You do look down, and all the way down at the other end, there is a door. Every other pantry, the washroom, those have just been doorways. The servants' quarters, what you can assume are the servants' quarters, did have simple wooden doors. This one's big and heavy with big, like, iron bands.
I think we found our vault.
Yeah, all right. Should we have a quick sweep? Well, actually, no. Servants. Personally, this crosses any sort of boundary of mine. We can't hurt any innocent people in the excavating of this thing.
Well, as we saw though, Blaven, if you remember, they have their own homes. I assume they return home at night. This isn't the kind of place where the servants live in the house.
I'm just pre-warning that I just feel like we should try and be diplomacy first. But should we try and have a look around, see if we can find... Well, we're not going to find any keys, are we?
No. Not unless we...
The door's been locked.
I would assume it is. I'm just going to do, straight investigation.
Okay.
Just across this thing. I want to make sure there's no traps.
Sure.
Or...
Yeah.
This seems... Yeah.
Go for it.
Yes. Dirty 20. Another 18 plus.
Nice.
Okay. The door is locked with a heavy lock that does require a key. So like a keyhole, not like a padlock or something. You don't pick up any traps. Hard to tell for anything magical because you can't detect magic right now. But as far as physical traps, there's no tripwires or switches or anything that you can tell on this door.
Should we try to pick it?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Well, one of y'all has the tools for it, I assume.
I can give it a shot.
Okay. Rami, you pull your tools out and you begin to work on the lock. Roll a thieves tools check. So that's going to be Dex plus proficiency.
Is it possible, if I, having done this before, if I lean my ear up against the door and I'm just listening for like the finest little clicks, and I can just basically I want to try and tell like stop there because I can hear it, like hear if it's going to okay or something. Could that be the help? Can I give her the help action?
Yeah. So you'll roll with advantage.
Yes.
Okay. So just double checking. So I roll for dexterity and
you add your dex bonus and your proficiency bonus.
Okay.
So it should be proficiency should be 2, and I'm not sure what your dex modifier is.
4.
4. So 6. So yeah, you'll roll with advantage and add 6.
Come on.
Okay. And what is rolling with advantage? Sorry.
You roll twice, take the higher number.
Okay. Good. Okay. So that's 19 plus 6.
Okay, so
That's
25. All right.
Kind of roll this.
You are working on it. Blaven, you hear just the faintest, with that sensitive furball gear, that just the faintest bit of pressure at one point, and you're like, oh, wait, other direction. You correct. You move the tools the other way. It takes a little bit of time, even for how well you're working together. This is a very intricate lock. But then all of a sudden, you pull the tools out, you check the handle, and it turns.
Yes!
We're in.
Peek in. I mean, you do
Yeah,
honest.
you are.
Wherever you go.
Okay. Let's look through the door and see what we find.
Okay. The door opens to reveal a small 5x5 room. In here, it is almost completely bare, except for all the runes that are scrolled on the walls, on the ceiling, on the floor, and they are all glowing blue.
Well, I
And
think
at
we
the-
found the magic battery here.
Yeah!
And at the other end, a large door with a large lock.
So, when it comes to rune-based spells of this kind, would I know if just messing up one rune is enough to disable it, destroy it, since it's an intricate pattern, or would I have to like literally go through and destroy all of them?
Go ahead and roll an Arcana check.
Okay. I love getting to roll things I'm good at. 19 plus 3, 22.
Okay.
Woohoo!
Good job with your Arcana today.
I know.
It's a little situational. You any messing up of the runes is going to cause some disturbance. Whether scratching one rune out in a room like this where there's dozens, will do it. Probably not, but it's not like Christmas lights where one of them goes out and the whole chain goes out. But you don't think that you'd necessarily have to get every single one either. At some point, it would fail.
Right. Here's my thinking. I feel like they're going to know something's up if we start messing with this. But I don't think it's also advantageous for us to continue with you, one of our party members, being so hamstrung.
Quite.
So I think maybe let's see if we can get this door open at the end, find out what's in there. Because if that's the vault in there, then what we could do, take everything out, mess up the runes, and then we just go.
Okay.
That's what I'm thinking.
My one concern is that there might be something magical affecting the door, something magical beyond it.
Yeah, that is very true. Well,
Give it a try with the lock. Let's
I'll-
formulate a plan for destroying the runes first. So if things go to hell, we can just mess up a few of these things, and I've got my spells back.
Yeah, well, I was just thinking I'll just have at it with my crowbar and just start taking them off. Just
All right,
probably do it.
that might do it. Yes.
Yeah, okay. I'm just gonna take my crowbar and just open the door again, just to see if anything's gonna.
Okay. You touch it. Roll a death save. No, I'm just kidding.
I genuinely thought you were being serious, and I was like,
No. You touch it, and it just boom, thunks again. It doesn't seem to have any sort of, at least immediate, trap based on touch.
"Shall we give it a go, Rami?" Same
Let's
again?
try this.
All right, and
Let's
I'll
do the honors.
back to the door.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll go back to
Okay.
I'll lean on the door again. The little cow ear.
Okay.
Okay, so Dex and which one again? Sorry.
And Dex and proficiency, and
Proficiency.
then rolling with
Okay.
advantage.
Ooh, definitely. Okay, we're gonna do 17 plus 6, so 22.
22. Okay.
Or
Or 23.
23.
Okay.
Great math.
You're working on it. Takes a while. 15 minutes go by. You try a couple different ways, and you get stuck, and you come back. You go at it again, and finally you hear Blaven, your director, you hear the tumblers starting to click.
I'm sitting in the corner humming the Jeopardy theme while they're doing this.
And then at the last click, you hear this hissing sound.
Oh no.
On the last click. And you all look around real quick, and there is just, it's not like prolonged, but there's just a puff of something that comes out from the door, from like all the edges of it and from the keyhole and everything. I would like everyone to roll a dexterity saving throw. Lily, you're far enough away, you can roll with advantage.
Good, because I suck at dex. That's a 19.
Okay.
Yeah, 19.
Okay.
Mine is a 13 plus 5, so 18.
Okay.
11 plus 4. So I'm gonna
Okay.
go up.
You all pass, so you all take
Half damage.
half damage. Which I rolled horrible. So you all take 2 points.
That I can live with.
I rolled a 3 and 2 1s.
Wow.
So you all take 2 points of poison damage as some sort of spray comes out and hits you all from some trap that you triggered there at the very end. With 23 was good, the DC was 25 to get it with no repercussions.
Oh,
wow.
However,
so close.
the door does open.
So, Blaven, do you think we should destroy these things before we go in the vault or after?
Yeah, look, there's almost certainly going to be something on the other side of this door, isn't there?
Good.
I just feel like if I'm going to keep all the magical things in a place, I'm probably going to put something there.
Mm-hmm.
We've made it this far, and clearly we're not supposed to get past this.
Yeah.
So
All right, I've got one last thing I want to do. I'm just going to rush back to the other door. I'm going to take some of the lard, and I'm just going to smother it on the door by the doorway.
Okay.
Behind us on the floor. And I'm just going to say, when we run out, make sure you watch out for that, because you will f***ing slip, okay? Just be careful.
He cast grease without using a spell.
spell slot.
With-
Yeah.
without
I love
using
it.
a spell
I
slot.
love it. I love
And then I'll go, right, okay, let's get these runes.
it. Okay.